Alright, hello. This is going to be a submission video for Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition Randomizer, specifically Standard Shards mode in 3.0 version. I'm not particularly great at commentating while I'm playing, especially in Randomizer when I need to be thinking, but I won't be commentating the run if this gets accepted anyway, so that's not a big deal. But I'm gonna unload a little bit at the start before I get started. While I'm starting, rather. If you've not seen this game before, it's a platformer Metroidvania with a lot of really fancy movement options. The randomizer takes all of the pickups scattered throughout the world and shuffles them. You have to go find them in different places than they normally are. It's pretty neat. The Shards mode splits up the dungeon keys to enter the dungeons of the game into several pieces, and you have to find a couple of the pieces, 3 out of the 5 that are scattered around the world, in order to enter those dungeons. And specifically, the reason you'd need to do this is because, of course, the end of the game is in one of the dungeons, and as part of the rules of this randomizer, I will need to visit all of the skill trees before I can progress to the end. And one of them is in another dungeon, so I need to find at least 2 of the 3 dungeon keys that I might need to find. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. That, to explain a little bit, is a custom action put into the randomizer that's not in the base game, where we press Alt-R and that snaps us back to the start of the game. It's sort of like a save-quit feature from other randomizers. Now, with the pickups I've got, I'm currently able to reason that the next pickup I get here at the wall jump tree has to be something that unlocks everything, because it is literally the last pickup that I can possibly get with the minimal skill set of none that I have right now. It's wall jump at its default location. Oh, right, I already got that. Oops. That is a lot of ability cells. Interesting. Okay. That's exceptionally unfortunate. Here's kind of a long cutscene that I don't technically have to watch. I am capable of skipping it, but if I do so, then I don't gain access to this teleporter that I'm standing on, and I would like to have it. Oh my goodness. Did I just get vanilla charge flame? Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Both wall jump and charge flame at their default locations. That is rare. Attack upgrade just increases the damage of my various combat abilities. Quite nice to have. Oh, goodness. These platform cycles can be a little bit random. Not like actually, but since this isn't like a routed speedrun, it's difficult to tell what cycle they're actually on at any given moment. I unfortunately missed both of them. Just a little bit. You might have seen one when I came into this area, but we're gonna do a glitch called a save anywhere to skip this cutscene. Basically just saving during the cutscene and reloading, and the game thinks the cutscene's already done. Or at least in the case of this one, it gives us back control. That's an interesting skill to get there. Okay. This, what I'm doing here, is a glitch to perform a pretty sizable sequence break. The logic of the randomizer that ensures that every seed is completable doesn't expect me to be able to get down here. So it's I'm not likely to find anything particularly useful, but it does let me pick up some extra pickups faster than I would normally be able to get to them, and it also allows me to reach this teleporter way earlier than perhaps expected, which can be useful. But that's part of the reason why the Ori randomizer is so enjoyable and good, is that these kinds of sequence breaks are plentiful. If you are skilled at the game, even just some like good movement can be highly advantageous to advancing through the seed faster than the seed actually intends you to. I was debating whether to play it a little risky bit there and not have a save going into that particularly dangerous area, but I think my health is low enough that I would like to have the extra save. Also make sure I have. I do. Good. How convenient. Oh, that's less convenient. Nice. Like the sound of that. Interesting. Alright, so the broken teleporters, you can get access to teleporters as pickups scattered throughout the world. The broken teleporters are a Shards exclusive thing, where that is a teleporter that's inside a dungeon, normally locked by a key, one of the ones that's split into various shards throughout the world that I need to find. So the broken teleporters only work once I found a certain number of shards. Currently that is 2. That might change by the time 3.0 actually gets released. Oh, I should mention that I'm playing on a mode, on a version of the Randomizer 3.0 that's currently in beta, but it is planned to be released before any marathon coming up. I actually want to do these. Good. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Try it anyway. No! Dang. That's just me being dumb. Stop. Not even worth it. Human Seal is the unnecessary key, or likely to be unnecessary key. That is very important. That's a water vein shard. That is one of the necessary keys, or a piece of it. There's a piece of the other necessary key, the Sunstone. Finding some good stuff. And another water vein shard. Okay. And double jump. Beautiful. Another skill. Valley teleporter. That gives us fast access to the left side of the map. Good. Have. Looking like a pretty good seed. Still needed a couple more pieces for it to truly be a wonderful fast seed, but who knows? Maybe we'll get those soon too. Alright. Good. Now I have access to the Ginso tree. That's one of the dungeons. That would have been a broken teleporter, but I found 2 water vein shards just above this, so I already have all the pieces I need to fix the teleporter, and therefore have access to that dungeon now. And in fact, if I only find one more Sunstone shard, then I'll have access to Mount Horu, the final dungeon, as well, and all I'll be looking for are the skills to be able to complete the game. Who knows where those could be, so... Seed's been pretty nice in terms of where it's put things so far, but it could... It always has the potential to start getting really mean if it really wants to. I'm gonna go out of my way a little bit here to be more thorough than I might be in any given seed, or I could take a death, that's also... But I'm going to use that save I placed back there to reload on if this is useless. It is. Go. Hello. That's such a skill that could help me reach the end of the game. Still need a little bit more movement ability, some better form of traveling upwards, i.e. a charge jump or a bash would be lovely to get. Comp is welcome. might actually... No, I'm doing okay. I'll need a lot more. But 3 is a fine enough number to be on right now. That... Mapstone. Okay. Sure. Oh, these mapstones can be turned in at map pedestals for pickup locations. Those count as pickup locations. Now we have 2 of them. Good stuff. I don't think I was ever able to put one in Glades, which is a bit unfortunate because it's out of the way. I might go ahead and head that direction now. Because there's a couple things back here I can check, and I'd like to get this mapstone in as soon as... Nice. All right. Alright, so having found Bash now, I have a lot of movement ability. Very, very capable right now of accessing a lot of parts of the world, which means I can be a little bit more lenient on what things I go out of my way to check. More specifically, I'm actually going to go out of my way to not check things that are out of my way. Normally, in a shard seed like this, I would be pretty thorough in trying to check literally everything that I possibly can. But with the finding of that Sunstone Shard, I am done searching for literally everything. I have all the skills I could ever want. That's actually not true. There's plenty more skills that I would love to have right now, but I have the ability to finish this seed, with the skills that I have and the experience that I have, and I have all of the keys and pieces that I will need to finish the seed. So I'm just going to progress towards collecting all of the skill trees. That is still a requirement. Checking a couple things here along the way to find things like health cells, make my life easier. And of course, if I find another skill like glide or dash, that will also similarly make my life a lot easier. I'm going to check a couple things here and there looking for those, but besides that, we are basically just going to be kind of rushing to collect the still trees. Grabbing this teleporter for later use, since it is one of the... Actually, I really don't need this teleporter, do I? Now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, let's just go ahead and use it. Okay, keystone. 5 is... That's kind of an instinct from the previous version of the randomizer, where this teleporter was very important. The swamp teleporter was very important to have access to, since it's really close to the end of the game. Good. Thank you. But with the Horu teleporter, which is actually a new feature of this version, as is putting in keystones from the backsides of doors, I don't actually need that teleporter that I grabbed, but... Oh my goodness, there's Glide. Alright, we are in full go-ahead, what we call go mode now, where I don't need anything else. The rest of the game is pretty easy for me from here on out. I just need to actually finish it up. So I can skip a lot of pickups. I'm still gonna probably grab a couple that are just kind of in my way, like that one. But we can... I said earlier that I might be not checking things that are out of my way, but actually now with those, I'm going to basically skip the majority of pickups, even if they are sort of in my path. Unless they are directly in my path, I'm probably going to be skipping them. With a couple other common checks here and there at what we call hotspots, which are pickups that tend to have something at them, regardless of how advanced you are in the progression, just in terms of like the percentages and all that. But like I said, I'm still gonna check a couple pickups here and there just because they're kind of in my way. Like this one, which I came up here to skip a cutscene that's in my way right there, but there's conveniently a pickup right there as well. Or this one, because it takes literally no time to get. And that one as well. But like, there's a couple pickups up and to the right here that I'm not going to get because I don't need to. This trick's technically a sequence break. The logic expects you to have charge jump to break in here, but I don't need it because I can do that trick. Hello, dash. Alright, there we go. And that is why we continue to check a couple few things, because we could find stuff like dash, which is the fastest skill in the entire game. Fastest and most important. Because dash unlocks charge dash, which lets us do rocket jumps like that, which not only are fast, they're fast. They speed up a lot of areas of the game, including a couple that I'm about to head to right now. The left side of the map is particularly vertically oriented, so having access to charge dashes and the glitch known as rocket jumps, which you saw me do one right there in Swamp, is really important, especially in Randomizer, if you want to go fast. That tends to be kind of the delineator between really fast seeds and maybe not so fast ones, is whether you find dash or not, basically. I'm actually going to reload on this because there's a method to skip that cutscene in a really important way, and I didn't do it because I forgot. So I'm gonna do that because otherwise I'd have to go around a rather roundabout path to get around that cutscene. There we go. Normally there's a kill plane here. That animation you saw would instantly kill me, but since I hit it during the cutscene, it doesn't exist right now. Means I can use a rocket jump to get all the way up here, instead of having to go around the casual long path. But in doing that, I sort of glitched the game a little bit. So right here, the game will autosave, and I needed to reload on that autosave to fix it. I think I need any more keystones for the rest of the game, so I would normally... This is a pretty fast door to do a glitch called key duplication on, but I don't need to, because I have enough keystones already. All in all, this is a really fast seed. Like, being in go mode with only 2 skill trees left to visit, and already having the Haru teleporter at 33 minutes is really, really fast. So... this is probably not representative of the average seed of this mode. It's pretty fast comparatively. I would normally expect a seed of this mode to go about 40 to 50 minutes, hour at worst. But here we are. Nice fast seed. Forming one of my favorite glitches of hyperspeed. To get into this area on the left faster. Here, this area of Misty Woods, you can really see the power of Charge Dash, just how fast that is, and therefore why having it versus not having it can kind of be the deciding factor in how fast a seed of Warrior Randomizer can be. Of course, I've had plenty of seeds that were just as fast as this one that I never found Dash in, but that's the nature of Randomizer. Sometimes it's really fast, sometimes it's really slow. I've left a grenade tree. Okay. Wow, I got a Sunstone Shard and a Water Vein Shard just kind of in my path in the end game here, so this seed really, really wanted me to find those pretty soon, which I did. There's another one, my goodness. That actually makes me think that there's some kind of skill, probably charge jump, in the tree, in the Ginso tree, but I'm not going to need it, so... Who cares? I'm all done. I've now visited every skill tree in the game. I have dungeon keys. I can go ahead and teleport into Mount Horu and finish up the game. I'm gonna perform a glitch called a door warp, hopefully. It's a one-frame trick, so I might fail it a couple times. That, I felt like should have worked, and it did not. That was too early. This glitch is performed by pressing up on the frame that a door loads into the world. And for the memes, I'm going to collect this pickup, which we have nicknamed the validation pickup, but of course picking it up does not validate your run, nor does not picking it up invalidate your run. It's just a meme. Rare in the final skin. I don't even have dash. Just pick it up. So yeah, that's the end of the game. Timer doesn't stop until last input, which is in the middle of sort of this final ending sequence. There's a cutscene, story and stuff. But so yeah, that is Ori and the Blind Forest Randomizer, standard shards in the 3.0 version. This was kind of a fast seed, like I said. This is going to be, might not actually be sub 40, but this is not the fastest, but on the faster side of seeds. Like I mentioned at the start, I'm not that great at unprepared commentary like this, so I'm submitting this as a race with my friend Vooligen, and watch his submission video as well, because I'm pretty sure he will do a much better job of commentating I did. But if we are accepted, we'd have some of our other friends commentating over our race, so they are also quite competent at commentating, so that's not really an issue. But I hope this was at least intriguing enough to have you accept this in the marathon. Yeah. Like I said, timing ends on last input, which is when this story character that we haven't seen any of crosses the tree now. Yeah, hope you accept this for the marathon, or if not, at least the other thing we're submitting, the All Skills race. That is also potentially very